In this video, we're going to be looking at the viability of each of the product ideas you wrote down in the first section. So you should have 30 to 40 ideas. Now we're going to need to look at buyer volume, seller competition, product price, traffic volume, and the reach on Facebook. And the reason why we want to look at all of these, we want to be absolutely sure that once we've ordered our inventory and it's been sent to Amazon, that we can sell these products. There is a demand, there isn't too much competition, and we want to know for sure 100% that money will be made. So to begin with, you will need to find out or identify the main product keyword for each of your product opportunities. Now, in most cases, this is going to be simple. If you noted down yoga mats, that's what people would search for. Again, this is what the main product keyword is, what people would search for on Amazon in order to find this particular product. Golf balls, again, okay, that's going to be golf balls. People are going to be searching for golf balls. However, in this example I've given here, and you can see this on the next page in the manual, there's this water bottle here called Camelback Eddy Triton Bottle. Now, you might have written this down in your spreadsheet as Camelback Eddy Triton Bottle, but clearly people are not going to be searching for that phrase when they're looking for water bottles. They're going to be searching for water bottles, and so that would be the main keyword phrase for this particular product. So you just need to make sure you've got all of those noted down before you carry on with the additional research. Next, we're going to look at buyer volume, and buyer volume we can assess by looking at the BSR, which is the bestseller rank of the top ranking products that appear when you search for your main product keyword. So if the BSRs are high, this indicates that the buyer volume is low, and vice versa. The lower the BSR, the more volume, the more products are being sold on Amazon. That's according to Amazon, that's what they're telling us. So in order to find the BSRs, we need to go to Amazon and we need to type in the main product keyword and go to the first 5 products. And so in this instance, I've typed in yoga blocks as an example. And what I will need to do is to go through all of these products, scroll down, go to product details, and you can see the Amazon bestseller rank here. Now in this case, you don't want to look at any of your subcategories. You only want to look at this figure in the top level category. So this is 616 in sports and outdoors, and so that is the number that you'll need to write down into the spreadsheet. Now you'll need to do that for the top 5 products. Now I've written down here, which is the criteria, that you will need to make sure that 3 out of the top 5 listed products have a BSR of 5,000 or under. Okay, so just write the products, write the numbers down, but then you'll need to go back, and when you're assessing the criteria and all the data, you'll need to bear that in mind when you're choosing which products to move forward with. Then after you've listed down the BSR for a particular product, you'll have to look at seller competition. Now, seller competition can be assessed by the number of reviews the top ranking products have. And the reason for this is if a product has lots of reviews, it's going to be ranked higher by Amazon. And you'll need to, essentially, when you have your product for sale on Amazon, you'll need to outrank the other products, and basically that means getting more reviews and more positive reviews than the other products. Now, if a product has lots of reviews, or say the top 3 products all have 1,000 reviews and over, it's going to be very, very difficult to get over 1,000 reviews, which means selling thousands and thousands of that particular product in order to outrank them. So again, that wouldn't be a good opportunity to move forward with, because there's going to be too much competition. You basically want to make sure that the top 3 products that appear in the results have more than 30 reviews but less than 500 reviews. And again, you just type in your main product keyword. Now again, you've got to be sure that you've selected all here, not a specific department, so make sure it's selected on all, and then you can note down the number of reviews here. So the numbers you put into your spreadsheet to 371, 269 and 82. Next, you're going to be looking at product price. So just note these down, even though I've set some criteria here. So I've said that make sure the top 3 products listed are priced over $10 but under 75. So you will need to write those down as well. Now, looking again at this example, $12.99, that's the number here. You'd look at the lowest number, so $10.75. Ignore the, whatever the higher number is. Just note down $10.75, and again here's $7.99. So you would write down those into the spreadsheet. Now, obviously, we need to make sure that we're going to be making $10 net profit per sale, but we've sort of went through that in the last sections, but for now, again, get everything down into the spreadsheet. It's always good to have, to complete all your research for each product opportunity, because there may be ways to increase the price, to sell in bulk, and so forth. So just write down the prices for now. Then we need to look at general traffic volume, and we can do this either on Merchant Words or on Google's Keyword Planner, or both. And I've written down some criteria here. So on Merchant Words, we literally just go to, we go to the search page and we type in, again, yoga blocks. And once we have the results, we need to sort by highest volume first. And then we can see the estimated search volume for each of these types of yoga blocks. It's only estimated, but this is roughly, well, we can certainly get an idea whether people are searching for a particular product, and in this case they are. Now, the other thing to bear in mind is to also note down some additional product ideas and possibly some ways to position the product. So clearly people are looking for yoga blocks with the lotus symbol on, and people are looking for 2 packs of yoga blocks or a cork yoga block. So when you're thinking about, product opportunities, you think, okay, so, I know, what people are generally searching for, what they're looking for when they're searching for this particular type of product, and that should give you some ideas. So also note those down as well. Then obviously add all that data into the spreadsheet for each of your product opportunities. Do the same with Google. I'm not going to go through Google's Keyword Planner in this video, because it's kind of self-explanatory, and I've explained how to use it here. Next, we'll have to look at Facebook audience. Now, we need to make sure, once we're reviewing all the research and all the data, that the audience that you can market to on Facebook needs to be at least 150,000 people. But preferably, it should be a lot more than that, because 150,000 people is not a particularly big market. It's okay, but it should be, the more the better in most cases. So when we're doing that, we basically just need to go to Facebook. Here we need to select the location. So if you're selling in the United States, then that's the only country you need to add in. Age, totally dependent on product, but I, in most cases, would say over 25s. Gender, obviously if it's a product specifically for women, such as face cream, you would just select women. Something like yoga, it's best to keep the gender as all. Leave languages blank. Next, we're going to need to look at the size of the Facebook audience. So I've written down, what you need to do, but just to explain it, we're going to need to make sure that, the Facebook audience is more than 150,000 people. And, because obviously you want a particular number of people you can market to on Facebook. You don't want it to be too small, otherwise you're sort of wasting your time. If there's no one out there to buy the product. So what we need to do is to go to Facebook. If you're marketing or selling on Amazon.com in the United States, you'll need to set the location as only the United States. Age, it really depends on the product. I usually set it at 25 and above, no matter what the product is, because 25 and above, people generally have more money and are more likely to have money to spend on a particular product. Gender, again, it just depends on the product. If it's face cream for women, obviously you would just type, select women. Languages, just keep that blank. Interests, now there are a couple of ways you can, it really again depends on the product that you're selling, but I'll give you a couple of examples. Okay, so First one, yoga blogs. So you're going to want people interested in yoga, and that's how you're going to find the audience. And all you would do is just type in yoga like that, and the audience is obviously massive. Now, if you are selling a brand of yoga pants, then actually that's a particular interest on Facebook. I'm not quite sure why the reasons for that would be, but just as an example, and obviously there are 1.3 million people interested in yoga pants. So if you were to sell yoga pants, then you could also target people interested in yoga, but that's obviously a good thing if there are a certain number of people you can reach on Facebook interested in a very specific product. So in this case, this would pass. Now, if you were searching, or if you were selling a product such as wedding rings, now people wouldn't have wedding rings as an interest. You're not going to say on Facebook, oh, I like wedding rings. So you can't find people that way, but you can still find a market or a set of an audience, to market to. So the way you would do that is to use more demographics. Now you kind of have to think outside the box a little bit here. Again, depending on the product, if you're selling pencils or packs of pencils or something like that, potentially people going to school would be interested in those. You could do like a back to school promotion, blah blah blah. So you can find certain people that way. As an example, I mentioned wedding rings. I would just go to relationship status like that, go to engaged, and if people are engaged, they're going to be interested in buying wedding rings because they're going to be getting married and they're going to need them. So that's how I would find my audience for that type of product. Again, it would pass as 3.3 million people are engaged currently in the United States between the ages of 25 and 65. So that would, that's how I would find that particular audience. And so you kind of just need to think outside the box, really. Now, once you have done that, I've given some additional methods here. For Facebook, I've written everything out for you, so it should be clear on how to find your audience, or just to confirm that there is an audience to market to. Now, after you've completed all this research, you will have to, see which products, you can potentially move forward with. Doing all this research will obviously eliminate a lot of products, but if you had 30 to 40 products to begin with, perhaps after doing this you might have 5 or 10 that you could potentially move forward with. Okay, so that's all for this video, and we will move on to the next stage.